Hello, Professor Krieger here. This lesson explains the difference between civil liberties and civil rights. Students often use these terms interchangeably. However, there is a distinction between these two concepts. The easiest way to differentiate between these terms is to think about civil liberties equating to freedom and civil rights equating to equality. Let's explore each concept separately. Civil liberties are the individual freedoms you enjoy as a human being. John Locke, the English philosopher we studied earlier, called these freedoms natural rights. The U.S. Bill of Rights outlines many of these civil liberties in order to protect your freedoms from the arbitrary interference by the government. Examples of civil liberties include freedom of speech, freedom of religion, free press, freedom of association, the right to keep and bear arms, freedom from unreasonable searches and seizures, and the right to privacy. Civil rights, on the other hand, are about treating everyone in society equally. This applies to the government, and under certain circumstances, it applies to private parties. Historically, minority groups have had to struggle for equal rights. Examples of civil rights include equal treatment under the law, the right to vote, equal access to education, protection from discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin for hiring, promotion, or wages in employment, and equal access to public accommodations. Some controversial issues, such as New York City's stop and frisk policy, can be considered both a civil liberties and civil rights issue. Arizona's so-called Show Me Your Papers law is another example that potentially overlaps both civil liberties and civil rights. If the police are racially profiling whom they stop, these policies are examples where the government may be violating the Fourth Amendment protections of unreasonable searches and seizures and the 14th Amendment protection of equal treatment under the law. The former is a civil liberties violation because individuals are being denied their freedom from unreasonable searches and seizures. The latter is a civil rights violation because individuals of certain races and ethnicities are not treated equally to their counterparts in other racial and ethnic groups. Just to recap, in this lesson you learn the difference between civil liberties and civil rights. Civil liberties are freedoms from the government, while civil rights are about equality in society.